panniers for this 850GS. BMW panniers are really hard to come across and very expensive. They're almost $4,000. These are $920 is what I paid delivered to my house in Montana with no sales tax. So I checked all the parts out. They line up. I'm going to take the seat off just to make this cleaner. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts for this side. You're going to use your OEM 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts for the top rack and a couple spacers, which is cool. Same thing over here for the other side, 4 bolts. Piece to go across the back here. Uses this gray, which matches this, which I like, and then the rest is this kind of matte black, which matches the Touratech crash bars. Should look pretty sharp when we're done. I have 2 USB ports right here, so I'm going to drill a hole in the top case, and then I'll have 2 USB ports. The wires run up to the DIN port right here, and I don't have those plugged in. It's not when I'm hot. But once I get that top case in here, I'll have 2 USB ports inside the top case as well. When I'm riding, I use it to charge an air pump, which is a battery bank. So then I have a power supply when I'm camping, and then I'll use another battery bank or some other device in there to charge 2 devices at all times. You still have 1 more USB port right here, as well as your wireless charger right there. Any novice mechanic can do this, so if you're not a mechanic, don't worry about it. It's really easy. T30, 240, 10mm, 14mm Phillips screwdriver, torque wrench, a little Loctite, and you get 3 sets of keys. I'm going to put it together. Got these off of eBay. I don't remember the name of the person that I got them from, but I'll put that on the video. All 3 are installed. Comes with 3 sets of keys, and there's one in there. I haven't put the little metal ropes to keep the lid from falling off, but there you go. There they are installed there. Total process is less than ½ hour. So if you are not a mechanic and you're worried about doing this, don't pay somebody to do it. It takes literally ½ hour. Pretty cool. Use the OEM bolts or OEM holes, but different bolts. On the top case here, they give you 4 bolts because they're longer. Use the washers, nice little spacer there on. The side ones, I use the BMW bolts. I don't use the bolts they provide. Like I said, really easy, less than ½ hour. Only thing I am going to do is drill a hole in the top case, and then I'm going to run these USBs into the top case. So I'll have 2 power supplies in there. Here's what they look like on the inside. You see like silicone. Everything's pretty nice and tight. This is the second time I've got this brand. They're generic, but they held up pretty well. There's what it looks like from the back. The metal cages around it, that comes standard on your GS Adventure. Stock GS here, pretty much done as far as Adventure. add-ons to the bike. You have the crash bars, Touratech upper lower. Now you have these, so if you drop the bike off-road, you're not going to mess up that $1,100 Akrapovic exhaust. Only other thing I want to do is metal bark busters, and I want to see if there's some covers for these headlights or fog lights so that they don't take a rock and break. Drilled a hole in the back here, a little rubber grommet. You got your 2 USB cables, so you have 2 power supplies wired into the back of the bike. So it goes from here. They're not plugged in, they're hidden down here because I don't want them hot, because if you leave these hot inside these metal panniers, it'll actually short out. And I like the way the look turned out, because the black racks match the black crash bars, Touratech crash bars. The back rack, using the OEM mount, matches the handlebars, so you keep that kind of cool contrast of black down low and silver up top. One thing about the metal panniers though is it's just metal inside, and so any heat coming from the outside gets in really quickly. Everything in there gets really hot. So in the top case, I would usually have drinks or something. I don't want them melting. Also, really loud. Anything in here is going to rattle like crazy. So I got this Cool It roll and stick mat here. And this mat right here was about 40 or 50 bucks delivered. The more you get, the cheaper it is. So it's pretty expensive for a small piece, but if you buy a lot, it's obviously going to be a lot cheaper. I'm going to take this and cover pretty much the entire inside of the top case, and whatever is left over, I'm going to put on the 2 side cases. There's what the inside of the cases look like. So obviously, if you have a bunch of stuff in there, it's going to be rattling like crazy, and it's going to get hot really quickly. There's your 2 USBs coming from the DIN port. You'll notice that image is the brand image of the YouTube page. If you want to buy these stickers, you can get them on eBay. Motorrad mic on eBay, they're only 99 cents. If you subscribe to the channel or send a message that you have subscribed to the channel, I'll throw in a bunch of extra ones. Look pretty rad though. On the side, centered on the side there, and on the back one. 99 cents a piece. The more you buy, the cheaper they are. Pretty cool. But we're gonna get that Cool It installed there, and the total weight was only 3 pounds. So I'll weigh all 3 cases when I'm done and get a total weight. You got the Cool It Thermo Tec insulation installed. Used all of it on the top case. Filled up the top case, and now I have my air pump charging and another power supply charging wired into the back of the bike as well right there. There you go. Here's look pretty rad. Sorry for the sun angle. Winter, Montana, but it looks pretty stylish if you ask me.